What is going on, guys? You know when I used to do that?
Yeah.
What is going on, guys? James Blake Panda here. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, tell your friends. Here we are with The Division Part 1, or whatever the fuck. Whatever I said a long time ago. But episode 25, Panda Cast. Skip to 30 seconds. Patreon.com/PandaMedia for Monday and all that other shit. We're getting back to the normal routine of posting on Fridays, free feeds on every other podcast service and YouTube. All right, great. Hey, it's 30 seconds, so you just jumped in and skipped all the BS in the beginning. Episode 25, what we're going to be talking about is some of the PlayStation Plus update, along with a couple other things as well, touching on, based on a game on the Switch that Jarrell's really into, and just a couple of different things here and there, a couple of announcements, and then just going on with wherever the conversation takes us. You know how, like, we'll be, hey, it's about Father's Day, and then we talk about why women suck. No, I'm just kidding. Women don't. They're not. They're all right. They're all right. Find you a good woman, fellas.
That sucks. You see what I did there? Yeah. That was a joke, guys.
Yeah. Misogyny. Not really. But
Really not.
not really. But all right, so just an update on the new PlayStation Plus tiers, right? So if you already are a PlayStation Plus member, I believe you're on the Essentials bundle automatically, which is the standard. You get your free games every month. You get online access, okay? When you're on PS5, you get the PlayStation Plus collection, which is like those 20 games like God of War, stuff like that, that are free for you, right? From my understanding, with the extra, which I believe is $99 a year instead of $60 or $59 or $69, whatever it is, $60 a year. It's $99 a year, so it's $140 more. You get an crazy like list of like maybe like it basically blows up the PlayStation collection, and you get access to probably like 80 games across PS4, PS5, stuff like that. Stuff as new as Miles Morales, as new as Returnal, things like what is it? Death Stranding, Director's Cut, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Then if you go up another tier, which I believe is $120 a year, you get access to actually like some pretty interesting games from the PS3 catalog and PS2 and PSP and stuff like that. Some PS1 games too. I think there was like Ape Escape. You could play Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and Infamous Festival of Blood with that plan. You can get access to Resistance 3 native on your PS5 through downloading it, stuff like that. I believe you get like the retro game collection.
The PS3 games, you had to play it through cloud. I don't think you can download those, right?
That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's with those, because it said PlayStation Collection, and then when you go to it, like Retro Game Collection, you can click on Resistance 3, you can click on Infamous, and it says that it's there, it's available to play. And then also you have the feature for doing cloud streaming.
Yeah.
So it's like, from what it looked like, it said cloud streaming over here, and then it said Retro Game Collection here, as if they were separate. So you don't have to, and the Retro Collection had like Infamous and Resistance, stuff like that from PS3 days.
Yeah.
It had games pretty niche too, like The Darkness and The Darkness 2, like older games where it's like, oh, that's cool, I remember that game. I played the demos, but I didn't get the full version. And it's kind of one of those things where you could probably just skate by with like the essentials, you know?
Yeah.
And then if you see on the catalog of games, like the retro games or whatever, that you really just want to play and are going to play consistently and really just throughout the year, maybe knock out some of these older games, like maybe like 10 or 15 of them or whatever, and you really see like a good, robust amount of games on the list, I can see why or how paying for that extra would be beneficial. But it's like, okay, if let's say you played all these games, you're not really interested, or maybe you still got a PS3 or some type of access to some of these games, it doesn't really seem like it's going to be necessary, you know? Because they have the 3 plans in the U.S., the premium, the extra, and the essentials, you know? Sorry for that weird cut. We're back. But, yeah, as far as the 3 tiers, like premium, extra, essentials, if you don't really care about Damn, I'm like out of breath running up and down the stairs real fast. But if you don't really care about the game collection or the retro collection or whatever, then I see you can probably still easily skate by with just the essentials pack. You know.
Yeah, and what's crazy, I think about some of the premium stuff is those games go away. Like you don't get to keep them forever. Like the Central, you know how you got the monthly free games as long as you have PlayStation Plus, you can keep
Yeah.
playing them. But they say some of the stuff in the premium, like eventually, even if you still save it, like it'll just go away. And I guess until they put something else on the list, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Uh, but I guess they want you to play it and then get it out the way, and then they're gonna take it away and put something else up. I don't know why
Yeah.
they would do that, but maybe deals with the companies that they put up with the games. So yeah,
Yeah, and then also you're paying for a subscription. It's kind of like Netflix. It's like The Office. They take it off. It's like
yeah,
yeah, shit like that.
some of the best stuff they took off.
Right. Right. But yeah, I mean that's kind of like the update on PlayStation, just to kind of get that out of the way real fast. But um, other than that, Jarrell, how are you?
So yeah, guys, the reason I'm not all hype, I ain't been feeling too good. I'm straight, with I ain't got no sickness or nothing like that, but my lymph nodes is like exploding and it's messing with my nerves in my head. So sorry if I seem a little off, but I'm healing up nice. I finally took some Tylenol for the first time in my life. Like I told James, I took some ibuprofen for the first time in my life, and I'm doing all right. So shout out to those guys. Maybe we get sponsored by ibuprofen and
Fucking
Tylenol.
Aleve and shit. Excedrin.
Yeah, but
Shout
other
out
than that,
pharmaceuticals.
I'm good, man. I'm just trying to get some rest, bro. So I've
Yeah.
been feeling better, and I'm glad to be on the podcast.
Fuck yeah, man. You know, I do look forward to this like every week. Like
Yeah,
Saturdays rolling around, I'm like, yeah, I get to catch up with Jarrell, talk mindset, talk just interesting topics, um, every week, and kind of get that like male camaraderie. But yeah, man, what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
so other than that, I'm good. Like it just my body been effed up, but as far as everything else, I've been good. This T-Mobile 5G has been doing great. I'm glad I finally was able to create my account. I don't know if I talked about it last week, but for some
Mm-mm.
reason they had like some huge server like problems where I could not create an account for the whole time. Like my first month, and literally the
Uh-huh.
day before I had to pay the bill, it finally went through. So now I finally get the benefits. I get the $10 off a month of YouTube TV, so that's great. I don't have to pay
Perfect. How much
64.
is
I pay. Oh, it was usually 64, but for a
a
whole year
month?
now. Yeah, for YouTube TV. Yeah,
YouTube TV is $64 a month.
yeah.
God damn, dude, balling out of control over there.
And
You're like, nah, my
the
subscription amount was too much.
so the 5G internet is actually $50. So
Oh,
since I
that's not
have
bad.
the T-Mobile, they gave me a $10 off for an entire year for YouTube TV. So that's $54. And I heard also I can actually get a year worth of Paramount Plus for free. So I got to check that out. So that's freaking sick.
Yeah, you watch
iCarly.
well, they got like a couple of seasons on Netflix, but I don't think they're in order. You know how like sometimes it'll be like season 1, 2, and 3, but then like you go in there and it's like 5, 7, and 3 or whatever. You're just like whatever.
But they got the
It's kind of
adult one.
odd.
Remember that they got the adult iCarly. Like when they
Oh yeah,
older.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one they have.
I want to see.
Like I just imagine or remember that one fucking joke where she goes, I'm trying to make this video to see how many marshmallows I can fit in my mouth. Spoiler alert, it's kind of a lot. And I was like, Miranda Cosgrove.
Yes, Miranda. One of them
She like
silent
doing that.
killers.
She's one of them silent killers. Probably
Yeah,
fuck.
exactly. The innocent but not so innocent. But yeah,
Yeah, I love it. One of them silent.
but
That's what you mean by silent killer.
yeah. Shout out to Miranda Cosgrove. Well,
Miranda Cosgrove sponsored this
Paramount
episode.
Plus sponsor. Like somebody
No.
sponsored. But no,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
Now a word from our sponsor. I don't know if that's like illegal to say if they didn't really sponsor the fucking video.
No, they didn't sponsor none, guys. It's actually a free shout out to them, so I don't think they would get mad.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be
Uh,
mad.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll just
guys.
show some fucking Nintendo gameplay randomly on the video. That'll get flagged.
Yeah, Nintendo will take us down. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be talking about the freaking Nintendo Switch game. And they're like, oh heck no, like
They'd be like, "What? How dare you fucking enjoy our shit?"
this is now the Nintendo cast. Like they just take the name.
Yeah, they just take it over like. But no, as far as that goes, yeah, you wanted to talk about the Ultimate Alliance
Yeah,
on the
Ultimate
Switch?
Alliance, Ultimate
Yeah.
Alliance 3, guys. As growing up on the PS2 days for Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, Ultimate Alliance 3 is only on the Nintendo Switch. And that's one of the
Mm.
main reasons why I got a Nintendo Switch. It's freaking awesome, man. Like, I know if y'all fans of like Marvel vs. Capcom, y'all miss the days when they had like the X-Men on there and then, pretty much everybody. And I'm glad in this game they allow you to put like the X-Men mixed with a lot of people from the MCU.
Hmm.
It's freaking sick and the storytelling, like, it's great. Um, so if y'all have Nintendo Switch and y'all don't have Ultimate Alliance 3, y'all gotta go get it. Like this, the team ups, like the power ups, like going through time. They got DLC. It's freaking sick, man. Um, so yeah, y'all go check that out for sure.
Yeah, as far as Ultimate Alliance, I never played any of them. I think. Oh, that actually may not be true because I think one time, uh, fuck, I can't remember who the hell was over. It might have been McGavin. It might have been, I don't know. But there was like this kid that was like over. I can't even remember who the fuck it was. There's some random kid in my house, and he was playing Ultimate Alliance, and he was talking about the game, or it might have been Lego Marvel or Marvel or some shit. I can't remember.
The game was
But
cool
like,
too, but yeah,
it was so funny because like the commentary this kid was making about the video or about the game.
yeah,
Like I was just like, "Oh, cool, you're playing as Hulk," and he's like, "No, that's Smash." He's like, "That's Rock Smash or whatever the fuck." Like he just
yeah,
just making shit up, and it was like the goofiest thing because you know how like kids
Ross,
just don't know anything. He's
yeah,
like, "No, dude, that's," because you know how he'd be like Hulk Smash. He's like, "No, that's Smash." Like
yeah.
he smashes stuff. Like that's what
My
his
little nephew
name
used to
is.
do that too. My
Yeah,
little
like
cousin.
just they just take like the what the action of the person does and then just make it a name. Like if they bounce, they're like, "Dude, that's bouncy." Like, what are you fucking talking about, dude? Like, and they look at you like, "What are you stupid?" Like,
Yeah,
how do you not know this? But it was really funny. That as far as I think he was playing Ultimate Alliance though. But no, never really played them
yeah.
because aren't they
It's
like
it's
team
it's
based
really
or
yeah. It's good, but it's not like the new one they tried to make, like the Avengers game. I heard it
yeah.
wasn't good, but these type of games were like perfect because you go to like everybody's world, like the Doctor Doom back in the days, like the X Men. You go get Magneto, like everything that you wouldn't think they explored everything, bro.
Hmm.
Everybody's world was fun. Like you go save somebody, like in older games. I think you had to like save Nightcrawler or something. It was just sick, like how they do it. If you're a Marvel fan, this is probably the best Marvel games you can play. Like out of everything, no matter what thing you interested. Like I said, Marvel's Capcom. These games are perfect. So
Right.
it's cool. I want you to play it so bad. Like if you get a Switch, you got to get it, man. Trust me.
I was thinking. Okay, so I was thinking about it because Bella is showing really interest in like a tablet, and then Marie has her tablet, so they're
Yeah,
like into the thing. And then Marie likes watching like YouTube walkthroughs and gameplays where people are doing like Minecraft and shit like that.
yeah,
And I was thinking because I'm not putting a PS5 controller in her hand, you know.
yeah.
I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe I could get like a little Switch or something like that, get her like some little games so she could start getting into like the gaming thing. I mean, I started on Nintendo. I was on N64 as my first console, so like why not
Yeah.
continue on with that, you know? Um maybe get like the little Switch Slim where you can't take the Joy-Cons off, where it's just like
Oh, really? Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like the little small one because her hands are smaller as well. Um, but just thinking maybe something like that, you know, might be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool because you can watch YouTube on there too. Like I literally just figured it out the other day. You can download YouTube and watch YouTube. Um, they actually have a Nintendo 64 thing I told you about. Like you can play Nintendo 64 games on there. That banjo game that you was talking about. So if you wanted to play that, that'd be cool. Fortnite for the people that love Fortnite. Uh, that's on there. So pretty much
You're
anything you
kind of
want,
having
bro.
me with that banjo
Yeah, I'm
because
telling
that's
you,
the game that I
it's
would
sick.
just dominate. I would just play that all the time. That was like taking up a ton of my time. when I was a kid. I probably beat that game like fucking 20 times.
Yeah. So I think it'll be perfect. Like just like you can have profiles and stuff like that. So if she's playing, you can have it where you got parental controls or you got
Hmm.
these type of games. Like so you know how you when kids play, you be like, man, I don't want you messing with my profile. Like get off my profile. You can
Right.
have it
Or
where
deleting
they
my fucking
know.
game.
Yeah. So they got the me, so she'll see her face and she could just press it and be like, okay, cool. So yeah, it'll be awesome, dude.
Okay. That's interesting. I'd have to look into that because um, I do want to get her into where she's playing games, because I feel like I know a lot of people may not feel this way, but when it comes down to it, I feel like video games have positively impacted me when it comes
Yeah.
to my life and interests and hobbies and connecting with people. Like, it's so easy to, like, you're at a job, you're throwing boxes, you're like humping ass, like busting ass or whatever. Humping ass, yeah. Like, I don't know, like, cause you're humping the boxes, like you're like,
yeah.
like throwing them.
Oh,
So I'm like,
yeah.
you're humping ass. Um, Oh, somebody was making fun of me the other day because I was like, "Man, she's such a goof ass." Like I said that to somebody. You know how like you call somebody a dumbass for being stupid.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's like goofy, just like, "Man, that goof ass person over there." So now then, I'll be just riding around. This person comes up, they're like, "Goof ass, goof ass, goof ass," like they're making fun of me. But but yeah, like it's so easy. You're slinging boxes with somebody, and then they just go, "Hey, you got a PS5 or you got a game system? Like, what do you play?" And then
yeah.
just to be like, "Oh yeah, dude, like I play this, this, and this," and then they go, "You ever play Red Dead?" And then you're like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And then you just go on like this whole like
Yeah.
spiel about a game, and then it's like instant best friends,
Yeah.
to the point where the guy quit. And we still text every now and then. And he's like, "Hey, let me
exactly.
know how the." He's like, "Let me know how the position goes, or let me know what's going on." Like
Yeah.
it's instant connect. And just as far as just like times where it's like, okay, you're feeling a little down, you're feeling a little bored, or in your head you're wanting to do something like explore something, like collect something, do whatever, and you can
Yeah.
find a game that can fit your mood and really just get lost into it. With I think of Spider-Man when it comes to something like that, or Rocket
Yeah.
League. Like when Rocket League came out, I platinumed it in like a week. I was super into it. It's a game where countless hours watching YouTube videos and kind of getting involved with like the RLCS and stuff like that. Not like playing in it, but being
Yeah.
interested in the teams and the players and stuff, and just having something to follow. Because I don't really watch sports at all. Like, there's really no
Yeah.
sport that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like up on whatever. I mean, I know players. I know Michael Vick. I know
Hold on.
Tom Brady,
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know who just won the NBA championship?
who just won the NBA
Yeah, like
championship
just won like last week.
like last week. No, I couldn't tell you. If I had to guess, I couldn't even tell you the name of the team these people play for. But is it the team that Steph Curry plays for?
Yeah, so you got it. There you
So
go.
so I because he was on my TikTok feed recently. So then when you're mentioning like NBA championships, I'm like, "Oh, so it's probably that cuz it was like a highlight reel of him like really just dusting somebody and doing like this really fucking sweet shot. And he just turns around like
Yeah.
that's what I do all day, baby. It was just like a really, and then it had like it did like a still image like of the final shot of the video. So
Yeah.
when you asked me that, I was like, oh, that was probably in the championship game.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
it.
know the fuck. If I had, okay, let me just. This is fun, right? Let me guess what team the fucking Steph Curry's plays for. Um,
You say football team.
Yeah, watch me be like the Steelers, like man, Steph Curry plays for the Red Sox. No, uh he's like on the Islanders team, I think. No, that's a hockey
The
team.
Islanders. That's,
If I had to guess, I would say he's probably out of, is it like the team out of San Francisco?
I think that's what. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge basketball fan, but I know. Yeah, I know the team name.
I don't know the team name out of San Francisco. Is it fucking um the Nets? I don't know.
Oh heck no, bro. The next people
Who
gonna
the
go
fuck?
crazy. The Nets
Like
is
I
in New
couldn't
York,
even.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so Steph
Brooklyn.
Curry. Now I gotta look at Stephen
I think that's his dad name or something like that.
here. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the reason why I knew San Francisco is because of the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Yeah.
And it's the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
That's
So
see, like, if somebody asked me, like the question you asked me, like who fucking
mm,
won, it's like I have an idea,
yeah.
but it's not like I'm up on it, you know. I
You're
don't
like,
even know
I'm
the fucking
hip.
team
I'm
name.
hip.
You're like I'm hip.
Yeah.
I play 2K sometimes.
Don't
But
say
they
it
give
like
it away.
that.
I play
I play
2K.
2K.
I'm
They
into
lie or not.
2K. Dude, that 2K17 was really great. It's like 5-year-old game.
Yeah.
But like, no.
That's funny.
So if I was on Jeopardy and they were like, "Who won the championship?" and I was like, "What is the team that Steph Curry plays for?" I think they'll give me half a point. I think they'll give half a point. They'll be like, "Well, you're not wrong, but
Yeah.
that's not the name of the team."
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, I still think LeBron plays for the Lakers. Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so that wasn't wrong because I know he was
I
in.
think they won in 2020 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Kobe passed away.
Yeah.
I'm not like oblivious to popular culture and sports, but it's just I don't really watch sports. But I know that for even for you, with oh, that's what's happening. Even for you with being into football, things like that, it's like you have something that you're passionate about that you can be up on and just watch the stats just for the pure enjoyment of watching it, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't really. That's why I even said I was like, man, I wish I was that passionate about something. Like you could dedicate your
Yeah.
entire YouTube channel to football and have infinite things to talk about, right?
Yeah.
I'm like very much of a all over the place kind of person. Like this week, I'm like really into gun stuff. This week, I'm really into prepping. This week, I'm into uh, skiing. This week, I'm into like YouTube videos and editing. This week, I'm into it's like I feel like I'm really wanting to play a game right now, and then I get like in and out of games. Like I'm always like wanting to go back to playing games, but then it's like I'll play a game for a little bit and get done with it and not beat it. Like I'm just like overplaying it. Like okay, I'm just like all over the place. Plus working all the fucking time. It's like
Yeah.
fuck.
That's the part that sucks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, like I said, dude. I mean, if you wanna play Miles Morales, I'll let you borrow it. If you wanna see
Mhm.
Spider-Man No Way Home, I'll let you borrow it. So, trust me,
Yeah.
you'll love it. You'll definitely love Miles. You love the movie, both of the movies, the movie and the game. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Because I here's another crazy thing, and you're gonna be
Yeah,
like James, fuck you for existing, right? I never watched Into the Spider Verse either.
I haven't either.
Oh okay. Okay.
I
Cool.
heard it's like the best Spider-Man movie ever, and I have never watched it until I seen the trailer for the new movie that's coming up.
Uh huh.
Uh, I think it's like a continuation, even though they call it a
Like
part
the
one. But yeah, it's supposed to come out in October. So yeah, I
like it's
definitely have
a
to watch
Spider
that.
Verse sequel,
Yeah,
like the same art style, everything.
yeah,
Oh okay. Cool. Um, but yeah, like everybody that talks about Spider-Man references that movie like, oh yeah, it's really good, you know. And I'm like, Norman Osborn, Spider-Man 1, fuck you. That's the best movie ever.
yeah.
Dude, like, nah, if we're talking about Spider-Man, like, I think Spider-Man 2 is from
The
back in the
Raimi.
day still my favorite.
Yeah,
But again, I haven't seen No Way Home yet. But just Butterfingers. Butterfingers. And then the memes that people do where someone will like put the caption on the video and it'll be like when you're pissing and the stream breaks into two
yeah,
and it's like it's only a spike, it'll soon stabilize, like as he's like trying to control the sun or whatever.
yeah,
And dude, just Sam Raimi back in the mix is awesome on like some of the new projects with Marvel and stuff like that. So
yeah. That one and the Doctor Strange movie. He
oh
helped
yeah,
both
yeah,
of
yeah,
those.
he did both of them.
Yeah,
So
he
they brought
worked.
Sam
Yeah,
Raimi.
Yeah,
They
he
brought
worked on
Sam
both of
Raimi
them.
back for No Way Home.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I thought he was only Doctor Strange, but I was like, oh, just to get him back, and then no, finding out that's why. That's probably why you're like, oh yeah, best movie ever, because he was involved and brought
yeah,
Toby
he had
back.
some type of involvement. He wasn't like the full on director, but he had some involvement. He was more involved in Doctor Strange, but he had some say so in the No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's
that would
up.
be sick. So yeah,
That would be sick.
James, if you play those, I would like to see you play that, man. I think you'll definitely stick to
Miles
playing that.
Morales.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I mean, dude, I got hooked on the first one, platinum in like 7 days or some shit, or 2 weeks, whatever it
yeah,
was. It was like I think it was like my second fastest platinum. You know, from the time you get the first trophy to the time you get the last trophy.
yeah.
Because hands down, Rocket League was my fastest. That was like 5 days. I was like hooked
Dang.
to that shit when it came out. But yeah,
So,
like I don't know, just gaming is something I always go back to. But um, yeah,
yeah, so guys, getting the Switch, like I said, it would be a good thing. It got a lot of different stuff on there. They got profiles, like they got YouTube, they got different stuff coming out. They'll be sick. You know, of course, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, all of that. Smash Bros is freaking sick on Nintendo Switch, man. And then, of course, they came out with the Wii, not Wii Sports, but Nintendo Switch Sports. It's
uh
kind
huh,
of like a continuation, and I heard that's really good too. So,
yeah. No, like I actually forgot about Super Smash Brothers because dude, to be perfectly honest with you, the last Super Smash Brothers game I played was Melee. I haven't played any of the new ones.
no way,
Yeah, I never played Brawl. I never had a Wii.
bro, sick. Dang, you never had a Wii? Dang, I did
No, I
not know
never
that.
got a
Like,
Wii, never had a Wii U, never had anything Nintendo. The only thing Nintendo product or console that I ever had was a Nintendo 64. I haven't bought anything new Nintendo
oh my gosh, no way,
since.
dude.
Yeah, we got the Nintendo 64 brand new in like 2000 or fucking 98 or some shit. Or
Dang.
96, maybe it was even. Like whenever the fuck it came out, we had it probably like a year later. And I've never bought any Nintendo like consoles since.
So you
Cuz
never
then
had a
we got
Game Boy?
yeah, I've had it. Like I had like the old Game Boy, but and then my
Okay,
cousin gave me his Game Boy clamshell, his SP. So I still have that, and I'll
I always
play
wanted one of
like
those.
yeah, it's cool. Like I went on Amazon, got a new battery for it, and then bought a couple of games like Advance Wars. Um, I think it's like Advance Wars, like Black Army or something like that, or Black Sun Rising or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Um, and I bought that probably like those that game and battery probably like 4 or 5 years ago. You know, so that was like the last thing. It wasn't even Nintendo. I bought it secondhand.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Cause oh
I
my
played
gosh, cause
Melee on GameCube at my cousin's house whenever I went over there, and he lived in Florida, so I'd only see him like once or twice a year. You know, so I never really like. I know like when I'm totally PlayStation. Like since I
yeah.
had a PS2, I got a PS3, PS4, PS5. Like I've been PlayStation the whole time, and every now and then, like a game will come out on PC that's not on console that I'll play. Like back when Sid Meier's Civilization 5 was only on PC, it wasn't really on the console.
Yeah.
I didn't like the watered down console version, so I got that on PC. But
Dang, that's crazy. Cause like I never been an Xbox fan at all, but I've
mhm.
always been like a Nintendo PlayStation. So I don't think I personally own a Nintendo 64, but I don't know, Sega's a whole different company. I had a Sega Genesis. I told you that was my first gaming console. But as far as
Mhm.
Nintendo, I had a Game Boy Color. That's what they used to call it back then. A
Yeah,
Game Boy Advance. Didn't have the SP, but I always wanted it because it had the light. Think about it, guys. Back in the days, the
I
game
remember.
consoles did not have a light. You had to buy the attachment, and the SP was like I believe the first system with a light built in. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever because I used to hate that, like in the car, like at night. I used to like try to tell my mom, "Can I turn on the light so I can play the game?" And then like they say it was illegal or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
say some bullshit just because they didn't want the fucking light on. But no,
Yeah,
the
SP.
red SP, yeah, with the light.
That had to
Oh,
be the
it's
first system with a light built in. Trust me.
yeah, it's dead right now. I gotta charge it, but
Did it have a charger too, or did it have batteries?
so you can get yeah, it's a charger, so it's the first one
Oh,
that's
so
chargeable
okay.
as well.
Wow,
See,
so
so
that's history right there, guys. Trust me. I think that was the
Advance
first
Wars.
chargeable and the light in the background.
Yeah, and you could like turn it off, so there it's on, and then you could just turn it off
Yeah.
or on. So if it's daylight, you can play using that, or if it's dark, you can turn the light on, and then it had some pretty good sound. You know, copyright strike.
Ding,
Um, and
ding.
then like you could just close it and leave it on. So if you didn't want the game to be bright or whatever, has like some
Shit.
bumpers. You know, it's very cool, very ahead of its time, and then very comfortable hold even still. You could just and just kind of like Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah, I
Listen
think
to the clamshell,
smooth ASMR.
smooth
But yeah, I think
ASMR.
that
It's
was
like,
the
all right,
wasn't that the one where you could still play like the regular Game Boy games on it too?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
no?
yeah. So you could do that with the Advance and also the SP. So this is the Advance
Yeah,
cartridge, and then the regular Game Boy cartridges would just stick out,
let's
and
go.
but you
That
could
was
still
sick.
clip them in. Yeah,
I used
I
to
mean,
love
I
those, man.
hold on, let me grab it. But keep talking.
Guys, oh guys, those were sick. Like I told you, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I didn't have the SP, but playing like the Game Boy Advance when I got the Game Boy Advance, it was just sick, man. Like I had a
And
white Game Boy Advance.
yeah, and then I gotta give this back to my friend, but this is Pokemon Silver.
Oh, that was great.
Pokemon Silver on Game Boy. It needs a new battery because you can't save the game, but that's how it would stick out.
Yeah.
And then when
Let me
you're
see.
playing, it's just sticking out the bottom like that, you know. And then also Pokemon Emerald, Game Boy Advance.
Pokemon Emerald. Trying to see which one.
I got to give those back to my friends that I haven't talked to in like 3 years. I borrowed it when I was working at this old job and then I quit, and I haven't forgot about them. But Silver and Emerald, original like real copies.
I think Pokemon Fire, I believe that's the name of it, was my favorite one. With Charmander or Charizard on the front. It was freaking sick, man. And Pokemon Ruby, I think that's what it's called as well. Was it Ruby? My bad, guys. It's been so long, but just thinking about it, I'm like, Pokemon Ruby.
Yeah, so there was Pokemon Red and Blue, which was the originals, and then Pokemon Yellow was like the version was like the third version of the first game or whatever. And then there's Ruby, Emerald, and Pearl were the three copies of I think Advance, or there maybe those were SD or whatever. And then of course when it comes to handheld, Vita,
Yeah.
the Vita.
Oh, sure, you can buy all five of them on Amazon for 18.80. So if you want those Pokemon Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire, $18 on Amazon. There you
Do not buy that.
go.
It's 100% fake.
For real?
Yes, those copies of those games are like the most like forged games or like fraud games. Like they'll scam copies or ROMs that they'll download and put on some cartridges. Um, if you're wanting to get like one of those games, it's probably like 60, 70, $80.
You
I did a
sure?
whole fucking bunch of research. Like, I would not, you know? And like, there was a couple of like, and yeah, it needs like, okay, so the silver that I have is just a buddy of mine's. And I need to like basically take the memory battery out, put a new memory battery in, and resolder it. And I haven't done it. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, if they're trying to sell you five original Game Boy Advance SP games or Game Boy Advanced Pokemon games for $18, you're getting five games. That's a scam.
Hey,
Red
that's what they
light,
say on
red light,
website, bro. That's what they
red light,
say.
red light. Don't buy.
Oh no. Hey, I seen the reviews. They say they got this stuff. I don't know. Maybe it was some fake accounts, but I don't know.
Maybe, but there are definitely fake accounts out there.
But yeah, so shout out to the Game Boy days because, like I said, I
Yeah.
skipped the SP. I had a 3DS. I still got
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's
that's what it
actually
was.
over
The
there.
DS.
3DS. Hold on,
I
let
was
me get
saying
it.
the SD.
The SD.
SSD.
I got the limited edition.
SSD.
I remember some dude like was about to rob me. He wasn't gonna rob me, but some dude was like didn't let me out the freaking Uber one time because he was talking about it. I was like, oh, you got a 3DS? He was like, yeah, and he was like, man, I really want the Zelda version of it, which is this right here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I got that at the house. He was like, oh, for real? Like he turned around like I was at my house and he was like, oh, can I buy it from him? I'm like, no. He was like, you sure, man? I'll give you this one. And I'm like, no, dude, I think I'm good. And then he was like,
Yeah.
well, okay. But he was serious, man. But this is, I think it costs like $400 or $500 now if you want to get it online.
Yeah, like I saw some really good quality like refurbished ones on Amazon or whatever, and I was thinking about getting it. Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I was thinking about getting it like a little while ago, but then I was like, okay, actually, you know what? I'll just upgrade the battery and stuff like that on this SP, and yeah, it's good. It works great, and
Yeah.
I'm playing the games that I want to play. One game that I wanted to play was Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. That's on
On
like
which
Super
system?
Nintendo,
Oh, okay.
but they did a Game Boy Advanced version of it, like a re-release or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about like looking and trying to buy that. Like I had like a whole like there was like a summer where I just went through and looked up a bunch of shit about
Really?
old Game Boy games and shit like that. But then never bought any of them. I only got Advance Wars. Because as soon as I found out what the name of that game was, I was like, oh, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
You know, I need it. And I do have the Game Boy Advance, like the purple one, the purple and
Yeah.
gray one that's just flat with no backlight. Like I do have that one as
Yeah.
well. But it doesn't have a back on it, so the batteries keep falling out. But with the SP, it's rechargeable as well.
That's why the SP. I'm telling you, that's an underrated system, man. That it
Yeah.
was the first. I'm telling y'all. I remember
Yeah.
like just being so blown away, like, oh, shit, you can recharge it. Oh, should have got a backlight. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you had the backlight and no rechargeable, those batteries would die so fucking fast. And, man,
Yeah.
if they were on the verge of dying, oh my God, amount of times. Like, because the old ass big fucking Game Boy that we had
Yeah.
didn't have a back on it because, like, everybody's back fucking broke on it. It took 4 AA batteries
Really?
to run. Yeah. No backlight. The sound was like, like real raspy and shit.
Yeah.
And but it was so old. Like you turn it on and then it like the Nintendo
Yeah.
ding would like come
Yeah.
down and it'd be all pixelated and fucked up. So you're like, fuck. So you got to turn it off. Turn it back on, and then it comes down and it's like the Nintendo logo is fixed. So then it's like, and then it actually powers on. Dude, if you were like on a level and you were like slightly pissed off and you were like, ugh, and just put like even barely too hard,
Yeah.
put the game down and the battery goes, "Deet," right? It would
Yeah.
erase your fucking game. So you had to start over from the beginning. Like the amount of times on, what is it, the original Game Boy version of Donkey Kong, I had to fucking start over from level 1 because
Dang.
it like deleted my save or deleted my lives or whatever. And I was like, fuck. And I still have my Nintendo 64. I think something's up with the reset button, so I might have to get it like fixed because
Yeah.
it keeps resetting it'll keep resetting the console like after you're playing for a little bit. And I still have my original Super Smash Brothers and Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, stuff like that, which is really cool.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm just thinking, like like the level of games, like it's just crazy how long we've been playing it, bro. Like games in
Yeah.
general, seeing like the evolution, like those little 8-bit, like doo-doo-doo-doo, like you said on the Game
All
Boy. Then
right, and then it's like, I remember on Donkey Kong, like every level would start off like as you're coming into the level, it's loading in, and then you got to go get the key and take it to the door, and then Donkey Kong, he's like at the door, and his big ass is like can't fit through, so it's like butt cheeks or whatever, and then you see like what's her name, Peach, she's like the fucking sound was terrible.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. But it was, and then like help comes across the screen, and then like you start the level, and then you just go through the level. Got to get the key. Got to defeat the little enemies. Kill the, like, dude. The amount of times I took the key and just threw it at fucking enemies just to kill them. And then you gotta like beat the clock and like throw these bridges down and haul ass and do like the triple jumps and shit. Like it was like great game level design, all that stuff, and it's just crazy, because that game came out in fucking 1991 or some shit.
Yeah, some of the best games came out like then, like even Zelda Ocarina of Time, like on Nintendo 64. They say that's still one of the best games ever, and it's hard to me. Like I remember trying to play it on my 3DS, and I'm like, this water level, whatever they call it, like the water tomb or something. I don't know what the freak I'm doing, but
Right.
but it's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Like a lot of games, especially back then, all of that was on a cartridge, dude, like a little cartridge.
Yeah. But this is the Donkey Kong that I have. So it's the Game Boy Donkey
I got
Kong.
that same one. Yeah,
Yeah. Right now you can get it, and this is probably a little bit more legit. You can get it for about $40. That seems about right. And I still have this game. I still have it.
I think
And it
what
came out in
really
1994. I was 1 year old. And hold on, let me actually look at the
I
time of the
wasn't
year.
born.
Let me look at the time of year. It came out in June 14th. Wow, we just passed that. So happy what? 18th anniversary? No, no,
Dang.
no. 28th anniversary of Donkey Kong for Nintendo Game Boy. 18th anniversary. How the fuck old do I think I am? But yeah, 28th anniversary
Yeah,
just passed. But dude, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. I was 8 months old when that game came out.
yeah. I
8
wasn't
months
born.
old. I was 8 months old when that game came out, and I would picked it up and played it for the first time probably like 8, 9 years later.
Dang,
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
that's cool, man.
Like 96, 97, I remember playing like Mortal Kombat on Sega. I think we talked about that before, like
Yeah,
earliest gaming memory.
that game is
And
tough, dude.
with that old Mortal Kombat or that Donkey
I
Kong?
think the Mortal Kombat, like I think I tried to play it on like Nintendo 64. Just I had the game, I played it on the emulator because for legal
Yeah.
reasons. But dude, like I was getting my butt handed to me like on that game. It was
Oh yeah.
tough.
Yeah, like where they used like the sprites. It wasn't like actual animations.
Like you were just doing like stupid stuff,
Like,
like just punching, like
dude, I
yeah,
always liked it when they were getting like hit because they'd be standing there like, and they'd be like,
yeah, exactly. Okay, I can't do it because my head, but yeah,
yeah. But
that's
now
how
they'd
you
be
do
like with their head back, like,
that. Yeah,
and
yeah.
like they're dazed and confused and shit.
And then you just uppercut. Oh.
Toasty.
Yeah,
Like, everybody hears that guy differently. Everybody's like, whoopsie or, hoo-hee,
it sounded
yo-hee.
like whoopsie first, but
Right.
then I
But
realized.
it was funny because I was talking to a dude. I was like, nah, he says toasty. He says toasty. And then this dude walks up and I go, watch, I'll prove it to you. And this guy, Nick, walks up at my job and I was like, Nick, Mortal Kombat, you uppercut somebody. The dude that pops in the bottom of the screen, what does he say when he pops up? And then he goes, dude, I think he says something like, yo-hee, some shit like that, right? And I'm like, no, he says toasty. He's like, you're fucking lying. And I'm like, look it up. And then we're sitting outside. I'm pulling it up on my phone, right?
Yeah.
The guy, he goes in to clock in. He walks back out and he pokes his head out the door. He goes, he does say toasty. And like he looked it up immediately after going inside and comes back out. Like he looked it up faster than I could and show the dude that I was talking to. But he comes back out. He's like, he does say toasty, and then walks back in. So anybody else who wasn't around for the first part of the conversation looks like he just walked out and was like, he does say toasty, and like
Yeah, they probably
leaves.
like, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck was he talking about? Yeah, but it just sounded like goofy. But no, as far as that goes, like I always go back to gaming. And then it's cool with like the retro premium version of PlayStation Plus. But again, I don't know how it's gonna work. I'd have to do some more research or listen to some people who are a little more well versed as far as what the details are,
Yeah.
and just kind of listen to their take on it. But overall, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's like a neat option. You
They're
know.
basically, I think, combining PS Now with PlayStation Plus. I think that was the big thing about it.
Yeah, with the cloud streaming or cloud gaming or whatever.
Yeah, I told you the big thing that just sucks was like I told you the older games with the online, like the servers
Yeah,
aren't online no more. Because that was the big
yeah,
part of the PS3 games. That was one of the main reasons why I liked my PS3. Because that was the first system I was able to play online with people. Like PS2, you could
yeah,
do it, but you had to like dial up or some complicated thing
yeah,
back then. So PS3, I was so happy to like just play with other people because I was like the only child in my house at the time. So it was like, yo, I
yeah.
can play
Me
with other
too.
people.
Me too. I mean, I even talk about that with McGavin, and he'll probably even agree to this too because we met each other in sixth grade. We were in I forgot her fucking name. Forgot her fucking name. Our teacher, like our language arts class, and I can still remember like fucking goof ass jokes from sixth grade, which is like 2005, 2006. But we met there, and then it's kind of like you see each other. I mean, you don't have class together, so it's like you're kind of rotating around the hallways, and you see each other. You keep bumping into each other here and there. Then he was in my homeroom in like what is it, eighth grade or some shit,
Yeah,
seventh, eighth grade or whatever. We were in homeroom together, and friendship kind of builds a little bit, but we never really hung out outside of school, outside of fucking work. I'm
yeah,
so adult now. We never hang out. We never hung out outside of school. We didn't have each other's number or anything like that. But then when PS3 comes out 2006, seven or whatever,
that's
right?
it.
And we knew each other for a couple years, so it's like we'd see each other at the lunch table, just talking shit, joking around, because it was like ninth grade that I met you, right?
Yeah,
I was in. It was your ninth grade, wasn't it?
yeah,
We met in high
it
school,
was,
right?
yeah. So it was my ninth grade. You were 10.
Yeah. So that was like 10th grade. So that's when I remember, okay, ninth grade, kind of seeing McGavin more around, and we're standing outside in the morning, like fucking ass cold, like just in a group, just talking before class starts. Um, and then it was really like 10th grade, Dr. Swami's class, fucking physical science, where like we were in that class the whole year just cutting up fucking busting ass jokes. Like I let him borrow Uncharted. He's talking to me about Resistance 2, like Resistance.
Yeah,
Like we're talking about that. Like I had a PS3. He gets a PS3, and then that's when I'm showing him like, oh, dude, Uncharted's cool. And then us playing Uncharted 2 online and shit like that. Like in meeting you, all three of us playing those Lost Planet demo and shit. It's like that's
yeah,
when me and McGavin knew each other, and it was I guess it was kind of perfect timing because it wasn't like me and McGavin had like this super strong ass bond, and then you show up. It was kind of like me and McGavin knew each other. We're building that strong bond. You're entering the mix, and that's why fucking 10, 12 years later, like 10 fucking years later, we're still all three really tight because the
yeah.
friendship of all three of us kind of bonded at the same moment. And again, thinking about the Red Dead Redemption summer, literally the
Oh my
summer of Red
gosh,
Dead,
dude.
basically. It's like those are the times. And then obviously, because I was in the same boat as you, like you were at home by yourself, no other like people who was playing the games and stuff like that. So I was kind of the same. Like I have three sisters and a brother, but they all moved out when I was like 8, 9 years old. So for a
Yeah,
while, I was like an only child. It felt like. So getting to play online on PS3 and really just the nights of playing like Far Cry 2 or Dead Nation or Uncharted 2 and
yeah.
just cracking the fuck up.
We was loud, bro.
Like
I remember my mom
meeting
used to be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
dude, meeting somebody like Stumpy, and Stumpy still shows up to my YouTube videos and makes like goofy comments sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
But like 10 years later, like these people that we met and formed these friendships with, it's like gaming combined us. Gaming
yeah,
brought us together. It was like our love of and passion about the gaming that really solidified these friendships. And I mean, look at us fucking now. I mean,
yeah,
grown men still talking about those nights.
yeah. That summer was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite summers for real. Like
Yeah,
that Red Dead. I told you guys, we used to wake up and play Red Dead the whole day and like fall asleep on the game. Like I remember
dude.
when like hearing James snore like McGavin did, like it was me next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude, I remember there was one time playing fucking Little Big Planet until like 6 a.m. and then going to bed.
Yeah,
You know, and then like obviously I'm a teenager, so nothing weird here, but the people you play online with, and then like the group chat on PS3, and meeting girls and stuff like that, and literally just like talking to like fucking 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and shit like that because they
yeah.
live on the West Coast. I still remember that one chick that it was almost like we were dating. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's like
I think I know you
it
talking
was.
about.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can remember her name,
Let me just say,
but
let me just do like this.
no, the one
Uh,
we
so now,
met and we were playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or
oh, okay,
whatever.
it's another one. Okay.
Yeah, you're
That
gonna have
man
to
Jay Z, yeah,
remind
that
me.
man was cleaning up, bro.
Like you're gonna have to
Yeah,
remind me who the fuck that was. Goddamn,
that
I don't
was the
remember.
last part of the name. All right, let me say
Y-
this.
y-
One is an animal is the first word. The second one is a month. The last one is this.
oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. No, it
Yeah,
was
there
the
we go.
different one. It was the other one. I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she
was
was
the girl
cool
that lived in.
at the
Yeah, that
time.
was the girl that lived in Canada, I think.
I thought she lived in Texas.
No,
Maybe I'm
she
tripping.
lived in Canada. Cause and then the one that we played Red Dead Redemption with also lives in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
but no, the girl that I'm talking about lived in California,
Canada.
so it was like way far
Oh yeah,
away.
Cali. Yeah, yeah. Well, she was.
You remember?
No, she was the one. She lived
No,
in Cali. Bro, I thought she
no,
lived in Cali too, bro.
no. I'm gonna tell you. No. I remember. I remember. I know this sounds very vague to everybody listening, but no, it's just like talking to like that's kind of like early stages of getting out there, you know,
Yeah,
as a teenager. You know, 'cause when
yeah,
you're like 15, 16 or whatever. Like, how old the fuck was I? Because in 2006 I was 13. You know, so yeah, like those years, like 10th grade was 2010, so I was like 15, 16. You know,
yeah,
17. You know, like going on whatever. And then you're talking to people online and you're talking to girls and then you kind of hit it off. You can play games together. You're talking about, and you're just in the group chat. You're just in the chat, like talking. And then you just talk till fucking 2, 3, 4 a.m. And your relationship is kind of stuck to
yeah,
um, PlayStation, you know? It's like just those memories where it's like, okay, cool. That's how I knew how to have a phone conversation and
yeah.
be smooth and not sound like a fucking idiot.
Yo,
And
literally, what's crazy about that? When I used to have conversations with girls, I would put on my headset just so I can feel that relaxation of like I'm talking online because I
right.
was comfortable doing it. So that's interesting that you
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, like with when me and Tatiana first started talking, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm so used to having the Bluetooth in when I'm talking. It's just like a natural, like
yeah,
comfortable thing. Like I remember because it was so easy to talk to girls online and stuff like that. As far as,
yeah,
and again, this sounds weird talking about it now, but it's like just because of the state of the world and like all this other like online people being weird, and especially back then, people thought it was crazy. We were never like exchanging real names and shit like that, but or like profiles or Facebook profiles
yeah,
and shit like that.
yeah. Hell no.
Um,
That was later on.
not
Yeah,
yeah, that was like later on. Like we're adults. Like I know you're an adult. Like whatever, but it was like I remember just talking, and and then you just being on the phone, like you're playing music and shit like that, and it just was nice.
yeah,
And then transitioning into like meeting people in real life, like not that they're not real life, but meeting like Tatiana stuff like that, and the in-person communication is kind of like, oh yeah, like just typical normal. But then like when you get on the phone, because
yeah,
I was so like comfortable and used to it. It's like you get on the phone, then it's like, okay, I can turn it the fuck up.
yeah,
We're outside of work, like no fear of like other people hearing me what I'm saying, shit like that. So it's like, oh yeah, like, oh, this is what I like to do. This is what you like to do. Like, oh, I'm playing the piano, playing a little guitar because I used to do that shit while
yeah.
we were playing.
You
And
just did
that shit was
that.
nice, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it does stuff, and It's one of those like you think back to just like those early stages where like you're talking to girls, and I wish McGavin was here
bro,
because there was like a story that he could tell.
bro, it's a story I can tell, but I don't want to tell, bro.
Yeah,
This lets you
don't
know.
tell.
I think you know what I'm talking about, man. I
No,
don't
don't tell. It's
know,
okay.
dude. All I gotta say, some chats are very fun. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah,
It was some good times in the chats.
definitely. I remember. Okay, so talking about that one person, I remember it was funny because we were talking, and it was you, me, McGavin, and this girl, and we're all three like cutting up, joking, whatever. And you know, guys on fucking chat rooms, they want to be like the number one
Yeah.
funniest guy or the coolest dude or stand out to the chick and impress the chick, right? But then, like, I remember, like, the four of us played. We added her. We go into a group chat. We're talking about music. We're talking about this and this and this or whatever. And then I say one thing, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love that song." Or I say another thing, and she's like, "Oh, whatever." And then I remember we were all like, "Oh yeah, let's go." Like, yeah, we're getting off for the night. So she's like, "All right, y'all, I'll see you." She dips out, and then the three of us kind of huddle up afterwards. And I was like, "Damn, me and her had a lot in common." And both of y'all were like, "We were gonna say that too." I remember that shit. And then but it's just like you think about those memories or those like early
Yeah.
stages is kind of like early dating almost. And
Yeah.
obviously it's just like online, so there was never like any physical connection or anything like that. But it's like those early stages of like, oh, this is how you talk to girls, and then just transitioning that into more confidence in real life too.
So that's what I definitely took from it because I think after that, I think back then kick was very popular, and I ended up getting in like probably like 3 or 4 kicks, and it was cool. I
Kick,
should
what is
say,
that?
yeah, kick is like
What's
an
kick?
old message gap,
Oh
kind of like
yeah.
how I guess WhatsApp or something like that. You know, it
Oh
was like
okay.
that back then, and all the people at school had it, and then obviously the girls online had it, and like I said, it was a fun time, bro. It was a fun time because it was just cool because
Yeah.
it was funny because I didn't know like I didn't realize like how smooth I was. Like you said, you're
Yeah.
learning at the same time. So I'm just being myself and
You're
like
just throwing
chilling,
shit out there.
and it was working, and they was
Yeah.
feeling it. So it was just like wow. So the chat, and then getting the kick, and then they used to just be like, "What's up?" They used to message me first. Like nowadays, you
Yeah.
don't really see that too often. They used to give me a good morning text, bro. Like for real. And
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, like what the freak? And it wasn't even like on no player stuff. It was just like different times. I wasn't like four
Right.
girls at once, something like that. It would just so happen to be like they was cool. And like you said, or like I be saying, usually gaming is an outlet. So when you meet somebody else on your outlet, you think about that more because it's like your time that you want to relax.
Right. And just the freedom of being a teenager
Yeah,
and not having to go to work and responsibilities and shit like that to just literally game with your friends and then afterwards just kick, because I think about this, like you're at work, right? And because everybody's like office politics and all this other bullshit, right? um because you're out there making money, it's like when it comes to school you're just there, right? That
yeah,
you're not like competing with other people in class for like a possible promotion and shit like that.
yeah,
But with work, it's like, man, there's some people where it's like, dude, it would be, and obviously they have their own responsibilities. They have kids that they got to go home and feed or go pick up from the babysitter. So it's like, it's not as just carefree as like when you're a teenager and you don't really have that many responsibilities, to just fucking play video games all day or go to school all day and then link up with your buddies afterwards and just talk shit or whatever and really build a friendship. That's why people don't really make friends in adulthood,
yeah,
because I barely know you. We work together. We're both trying to go for the same position, so obviously there's some like animosity or some competition here. Or it's like, oh, hey, yeah, you want to go grab a drink or something like that after work? And just like a buddy, and they're like, oh no, I got, like in my case, I'm like, oh, I can't, I got to go home, like my wife's waiting up for me, I got 2 kids, da 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 da. It's like,
yeah.
not that anybody's ever invited me for drinks. I think one time, like the general manager was like, yeah, we're all gonna go to $3 cafe, but then like,
That place is
um,
good.
I, but it was late as fuck. It was like 11:40. I'm just like, no, I don't want to. Like, I'm
Like
tired as
no,
shit. I gotta be here again at fucking like 10:40 in the morning. Like, I'm going home.
no.
no, past that. Like any other day, like if we got out at like 9 p.m., like yeah, maybe I'll go for an hour. But like, I just imagine like to the boss, no, bastard. The boss is like, James, HR, see me in the office. But like one time, it was like they were in a year and a half, they were a couple people grouped up afterwards, and not that people don't hang out outside of work, but it's kind of just like, dude, I have my friends. Like we're at work, I can't really trust everybody here. It's
Yeah.
like some are cool. Like I think I did make a friend in my this guy Jamari. He's pretty cool. He's younger though. He's like 21.
I know what Jamari too at my old job. Probably a
Yeah,
different dude though.
probably. But no, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Shout out Jamari, even though he doesn't listen. That bitch. That fucking bastard. But no. One thing I did want to say, since how we're like kind of on but yeah, good memories. First off, let me just kind of nightcap that part of the conversation. I saw a video on TikTok the other day, and they said if you start a podcast, 90% of podcasts that are started never make it past episode 3.
Really?
90% stop within episode 3, right? And then from that remaining 10%, 90% don't make it past episode 20. So the guy goes, if you're starting a podcast, make the goal to reach past episode 20, because you'll be now in the top 1% of podcasts.
You know what's funny? That's the time you stop uploading videos for a while.
Yeah,
Episode
yeah,
19.
yeah. It was like episode 19. I didn't get
Yeah.
to episode 20, but then like that's why I thought it was crazy, because I posted the episode 20, 21, 22, and all that stuff, and it was like episode 20 was the one that blew up, like 284 views, and then 235, and then 184, 187. So it's like that's when the show fucking started picking up, and I got like 3-4 subscribers like that from it.
Yeah.
I got people engaging in the comments and little stuff like that. So it's like, maybe he's not wrong. Maybe he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like being here now at episode 25. I'm like, oh, we can't stop now, because guess what, dude? Next week will officially be the halfway to 1 year mark.
Really?
Yeah, because there's 52 weeks in a year. 26 is half of 52. We're about halfway through our first year of podcasting
Dang.
already.
That's
Because
cool.
remember, I reached out to you guys on January 1st.
That was a good day.
That was a good day.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, and I realized what I did without realizing what I did. Because in reading 48 Laws of Power, he talks about show, don't tell. So
Mm.
he gives an example of like Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci, and he's making a sculpture, and the person he's making the sculpture for goes, I don't really like the way his nose is looking. Can you kind of fix that or whatever?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure. So he goes up there, he chisels on it a little bit, and he goes, how's that? And the guy's like, oh, it looks great. Perfect. Right?
Yeah.
But what happened was, as he was going up the scaffolding to the nose, he just picks up a pile of dust and then pretends to chisel and lets the dust go. Like he doesn't actually chisel anything or change anything. But he gives the impression or the illusion that he's doing something. Like he's showing him. Like, I'm listening to you. There's no reason for me to be like, no, that's a stupid idea, or challenge the person he's making it for. He literally just, oh, yep, right on it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it now? Oh, it's awesome, right? Even though he changed nothing. He showed him. And I did that with you guys, where I was like, hey, what are y'all doing tomorrow at 10 a.m. on a Saturday? Because I messaged on Friday. And I was like, what are y'all doing tomorrow at 10 a.m.? And then we get into the thing. We talk for about an hour, which is what the length of a podcast would be, or an episode would be. And then, so I showed you guys, like, this is what it would be like. Let's just commit to doing this every Saturday. And y'all were like, down. And then, of course, McGavin had to go save the world. So his bitch ass hasn't been on the show for a while. His schnick ass. But no, I think Tatiana lit a candle. It smells good all of a sudden. But uh, that's what I kind of 48 Laws of Power unknowingly showed you guys what it could be like. And here we are 25 weeks later. That's fucking
25.
awesome, in my opinion. 25. We're a quarter way to 100 episodes. Doesn't even feel like it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's
Yeah.
like 52 episodes in a year, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so
that's crazy.
come January, whatever, like the first week or second week of January, 2023 will be 1 year of podcasting. So far, we're halfway through. This is our
Dang,
halfway anniversary next week.
25. Dang.
Hell yeah. Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Isn't that dope? Like, that feels fucking good.
Hopefully, like I said, my Gavin can get in here
And get
before the
back,
year is
yeah.
over with, for sure.
Yeah, and again, updates on McGavin. He's doing really well from last time I talked to him. Not like talk like he's just kind of messages on Facebook. So we'll send a message in the group chat. His little bubble boops to the bottom, and he'll say something here and there. So it's like we know
Appreciate
he's
the watch
still.
too, bro.
Oh yeah. He got me a watch as well. I really like yours. I like the brown. It's like a brown face
Bro.
with the dark band. It's a
Yeah.
very sleek, very cool. Could probably be worn with anything. Um, the watch he got me has a blue face with a lighter colored band.
Blueface baby.
Blue face, baby. And but yeah, so it's like very cool, very cool. So I mean, he's alive and well. You know, just kind of handling his business, handling work, stuff like that. He is in the military, so I mean, take whatever the fuck, take that how you want, but and kind of imagine what he's doing right now. But no, he's all good. So update on McGavin, and can't wait for him to come home, and kind of get back in the swing of civilian life.
Civilian life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, yeah, shout out McGavin.
Yeah. It's been cool, man. Like I said, like James said earlier, he was one of the reasons why we met in the first place. So like I
Yeah,
said, it's cool that we can continue to do this even without him and how long we've been knowing each other. It's been cool.
yeah, um, definitely true. It is kind of crazy, like this is how like certain bonds are really meant to be sometimes because with us meeting,
Yeah.
like me and McGavin met in how the school year, like when we graduated 6th grade, which we met was the beginning of 2006. So it was the end of 2005, right? That we met.
Yeah.
The end of 2022 will be 15 years. No. 17 years knowing McGavin.
Dang.
Like knowing of him when I met him at the end of 2005. 17 years ago, I met this motherfucker, right? And for you, we met in 2010 or like late part of 2009 going into 2010 because that's when I
Yeah.
graduated 10th grade. So 2009, that was fucking 13 years ago by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time knowing somebody. And the fact that so much has happened in the past 13 years, like the relationships, the heartbreaks, the having kids, the newfound family,
Yeah.
like the mindset, the reading of books, the different games that came out. It's like we still fundamentally are close and are on the kind of similar paths. And the fact that we kind of are getting there in our own ways,
Yeah.
like when I was talking to McGavin about mindset and where I was planning on going as far as where I'm gonna be in my future. I'm like, dude, I want you to fucking be there with me. I don't want to fucking lose you as my friend
Yeah.
for you just wanting to be a regular motherfucker. You're gonna get your fucking ass together, right?
Yeah.
Because I talked about like, oh yeah, when people elevate themselves or become like better, in status, in livelihood, the people around can get into a negative mindset or like try to either pull you back down or get uncomfortable and not want to be around you. I'm like, that's not what I want to happen. So then when you and I are talking and you're like, oh yeah, I've been doing this research. I know who Kevin Samuels is. I do crypto. I do this. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That's like great
Yeah.
because we're all getting there and trying to elevate at the same time. And it's just exciting to know that, okay, cool. my boys from high school that I played video games with are going to
Yeah,
become like my boys in adulthood where we're trying to conquer the fucking world.
yeah,
And it's us together, you know? It's fucking cool that we're all transitioning at the same time. And it's not like uncomfortable or weird,
yeah. It's
you
like we
know?
still basically remaining ourselves in a way. Like we're not
Yeah.
changing. Like we still
And
got the
we're
same character. We're
yeah,
just
and we're pushing each
getting
other.
older. Yeah, we're pushing each other.
The amount of fucking times that you've told me to post a video or upload a video or push my ass over literally over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Because I have videos from 5 years ago and 6, 7, 8 years ago that I was posting on YouTube. So it's like the fact that you've been up my ass fucking pushing me this whole time, and literally telling me like get out of your own fucking way is a true testament to our friendship and the fact that you genuinely give a shit,
yeah.
you know? So it's like very powerful. I appreciate you very much as my friend, man.
Appreciate you too, bro. It's been
Hell yeah.
fun. It's been cool. Like I told you, I'm here, man. Like I'm a good friend. I motivate you. Like I said, you motivate me in different ways.
Yeah.
Um, cause at
Because you
first, like,
don't you don't really need the pep talk like I do.
but it
Like
started off as like a friendly competition between us. You know, it was like, oh,
yeah,
let's see who can get the most subscribers. But it was a way to motivate each other because I feel
you're
like
right.
we like competition anyway. Like
Yeah, I
guys
mean naturally
genuinely like
because we're gaming.
competition. So
Yeah.
it's like, and then we game, and then it just was like, okay, let's do it. And then I'm telling you, dude, I even though I'm doing good, I fully believe you were consistent. You have way more than me.
But you would benefit from that. That's why I'm glad that I'm
Yeah,
on the podcast and we're doing the podcast regularly now.
yeah,
um, but like that's what I'm saying because it's like okay, that's where I'm letting you down as your friend actually by not being consistent because they say that the worst thing that you could do to somebody that believes in you is not try or not push yourself or not live up to the potential that they see because you're letting them down because this is somebody that believes in you that you're not even really valuing their opinion or their belief because it's like if it's genuine you're throwing it away, you're taking advantage of it, right? So it's like by me being consistent it will allow like if what you're saying is true, right? If that is the thing, if I was more consistent, you're saying I would grow faster or I would grow bigger. um, that's how I'm letting you down because if I was to grow bigger and faster,
I was about to make a joke that I left
yeah,
alone.
it's like dirty joke, like talking about like,
Now, now I was gonna be like because of white privilege, bro. But I was
yeah,
just making a
okay,
joke.
yeah. But based off of your what you just said, it's like if I would have grown faster by me not consistently posting to allow myself to let that happen, it's negatively affecting you as well because, dude, if I'm growing, you're growing.
Yeah,
Like if the dude, I'm telling you, if the podcast hits where we have like 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 20,000 whatever hits or 10, 15, 20,000 hits every month, downloads on the show or listens, it's like the amount of people that would show up and be a part of the community that would like me for me, like you for you, they would gravitate more, some would gravitate more towards you, some would gravitate more towards me and try to be more interested maybe in our TikTok, you know, or if they're really big into the content that you're putting out, they would go and follow you and be more into you. So it's like your show would naturally grow from this show at naturally growing, you know, vice versa. It's like I've gotten a few subscribers from just doing a stream and being on your channel where you're like, hey, go check out James. Because you
yeah,
have 4 times as many subscribers as I do on YouTube, you
mm,
know? But that's the thing. It's like we're pushing ourselves. And it's like sometimes you got to go through those lessons of being sucky
yeah,
to understand that, hey, that's not really the way to go about it. I need to do better.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you, man, and sticking with me and not judging me or making me feel like shit. Even though sometimes it's a good to have that kick in the ass.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't judge you, but I do be judging you. I'm like, man, what the frick are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, but I don't feel bad about it. It's not like I'm taking
Yeah,
it like personally. Like I know you're doing it out of like care,
yeah.
and that's what I'm
Because I
saying.
told
Like,
you, you're naturally funny, dude. Like I'm telling you, these YouTubers be doing that fake stuff. Like you can just tell when somebody's just trying too hard. I told you, you don't even have to try at all. You just funny. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
yeah.
And then, like, honestly, I feel like if not that you're not confident, but sometimes like you don't want to step on toes. So like the white privilege joke, I think would have been even funnier if you were just like, because of white privilege. Like I would have fucking. But then it's like, I would say, yeah, dude, just throw those shits out there. That's funny to me. Like the fucking joke when they were like, oh yeah, happy Father's Day, and I'm like, happy Juneteenth. It's just like, let's see how that lands. If it's an improper footing, I'll fall on my ass. But know your audience. Know your
Yeah.
audience. If they're not gonna get offended, fucking say whatever you want. In my opinion, you know. But nah. Seriously, bro. Thank you so much for always being there.
You're welcome, dude. Like I said, I can't wait till you and Tatiana start making vlogs again, and
Yeah.
it'll just be cool. Like I really enjoy. Like I remember when y'all first started doing it, me and my girl, because that was like what 3 years ago when y'all posted
Yeah.
them. So we
Three,
had just,
four.
so we was like in a year of dating, and we would just watch all of them like back to back.
Yeah.
So I just think that's cool.
Yeah. We're working on it again because we did a like a vlog talk series on TikTok where it was like a minute long video where we went to Whole Foods and I felt like it was edited nicely. I felt like I did
Yeah,
a decent job editing it, and it didn't get a lot of like a lot of views because I think as of right now, like TikTok's kind of messing with us because we hit 100K and we've been posting. Some of the videos are pretty good. Like Tatiana did a video by herself that I thought was really good, and like 1,000 views, like 500 views, 300 views. Like we're just getting like no engagement right now. Like none of our stuff is getting pushed at all, and
hmm.
I'm like, interesting.
Unless they change like the algorithm or I don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah. I don't know, but we did do a kind of like a vlog video, and it was actually pretty funny because like, um, hold on, I know it's gonna be maybe copyrighted because of the song I use, but let me pull it up. Of course, the internet's slow for right now, but yeah, I felt like it was edited nicely. You know,
area after the white people, the bougie white people.
Yeah,
Look at that. Detox juice. Okay.
right? Where she's like, "Oh yeah, bougie white people in this area," you know, and just like joking around about that. And I feel like it was edited nicely and like with the transitions and the cuts, like following Bella around,
yeah.
looking at that, zooming in, like Tatiana's talking, we got captions over it, stuff like that. And like a like kind of like the old style vlogs that I used to do. Only I have a better eye for editing to know, oh, we can cut this out, it's not important. We can do that, and not important. But
Yeah.
it's like nice cuts, nice video. I don't know. It's just like nicer, right, than what I was doing back then. And tomorrow we're gonna do another vlog talk. Because me and her are gonna go ziplining
Oh
again.
shoot.
Yeah, so I'll probably have my phone out and do some video and shit like that.
Just don't that
Or
shit too.
nah, I may not use my phone. I might use the GoPro again. Cause like,
And that'd be an awesome sponsor, yo. GoPro. That would be sick, bro. Please
oh
sponsor us.
yeah,
GoPro. I'm an investor in GoPro, bro. Like, yo, look, I will take that free GoPro, man. Yo, shout out to
yeah,
GoPro.
dude. The one I want is the 360, the 360 GoPro, where it's
Oh,
like
heck yeah.
where it kind of removes the selfie stick. Like it's naturally stabilized because you can just, wherever you're holding the camera, whatever. It's like you can because it's 3D or it's like 360 view. You can
Yeah,
just have it pinpoint on one spot in the 360 image, and it's like it stays there, like perfectly stabilized. Like that's
that'd
what
be
it's gonna
sick.
look at the whole time. Or you can have it like move and kind of whatever with the motion of the camera. It's like very cool.
That'd be sick, dude. Because I'd be watching 3D, not 3D, but 360 videos on
360.
YouTube, especially like roller coasters and stuff like that. Those are freaking sick. Especially if you got a VR headset, guys, or if you got a PlayStation, you can like use the analog stick to move. It's freaking awesome. So
Yeah.
uploading one of those videos people would just come to it anyway just to see the 360 videos. So that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
That's sick.
it's like freaking cool as shit. You know what I mean? And with like, so we're gonna be doing another like vlog style video tomorrow, or at least gonna be shooting and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it'll be cool. But yeah, I'm probably I'm gonna try to do something. Like get like some type of strap or some shit for my phone so I don't lose it. I would cry.
360.
I would fucking cry if I lost my phone. Your memory is ecstasy.
Dang, how much is a 360 Go Pro, bro?
I think it's like
Dang,
400, $500.
6K, 300. Dang, 6K, bro. What the heck? Well, not
360.
for the price. No, I'm not. But I'm talking about
Oh,
360 degrees and the quality is 6K.
oh, okay.
But,
I was like, God damn, what the fuck? The price spiked. Isn't it
oh, it's
like
not bad.
500
400.
bucks? Oh,
It's
okay,
on sale
400.
for
That's it.
400.
Oh, that's not
It
bad.
was 549.98. Now it's just
Yeah, I was
400.
about to say like 500,
Dang,
600 bucks.
dang, that is nuts, bro. Like 6K, 360.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. But no, I mean all of that's pretty decent, pretty cool. But yeah, man. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about?
We pretty much talked about a lot of it. We talked about Ultimate
Yeah,
Alliance. We talked about Nintendo or whatever individually, like games, chats,
yeah.
the ghetto days on the chats.
Oh yeah,
We talked
yeah. We could probably
about
do that like, be like the title or something.
yeah.
Like PlayStation 3 chat exposed or some shit.
So,
Yeah. But
we'll
not
see.
like with all that. I mean, I like how our content as of right now is kind of like centered around gaming and content creation.
Yeah,
Because it's like there's people out there that are listening that are gonna be like, oh shit, I struggle with uploading shit too, whatever, and they're gonna relate to it and understand that hey, you just gotta put yourself out there, get to it,
just do it.
just fucking go.
So yeah, guys, just hey, like I tell James, bro, don't be your own worst enemy, bro. Just do it. Like
Nah.
just take care of it. Like just do something, bro. I told you YouTube pretty much saved my life. I say that sometimes too because having people come to your channel and be like, "Oh, you're my favorite YouTuber." Cool. I've been rocking with you since day one. That's like a
Yeah.
good feeling. Especially knowing how many YouTubers there are and just people
Hmm.
that literally just come like not even like you said, James, you're not even interested in like the sports stuff, but some people just stop by to be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like I feel like that's almost a better thing where people don't come for the content, but they come for
Yeah.
you, like the person. I think that I
Yeah.
don't mind that. I feel like that's cool because at the end of the day, like that's what it's for, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to watch the content or the gameplay, I would just do no commentary and watch a fucking gameplay
Yeah,
trailer or gameplay clip. But it's the fact that they're coming to your video specifically because you're the one that's knowledgeable, you're the one that has the inside
yeah.
understanding of the game and funny, whatever it is that your content is centered around that you're bringing to the table. That's what they're there for. And that's like a very a good highlight because we get that on TikTok. Like people like, "Oh my god, my favorite TikTok couple." You know?
And that makes you feel good, right?
It feels good, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we're like, damn, like, why the fuck is TikTok not pushing our shit? The fans
Oh.
want it.
The fans. Do they got like y'all got hashtags and stuff, right?
Yeah, not like personalized ones where it's like people know to go, oh, hashtag Tatiana and James.
But oh, if y'all got like so hashtags and can y'all change thumbnails on TikTok or no?
Um, you can use a clip from or like a
Okay.
screenshot from the video.
Okay, that
So
makes
I
sense.
would have to like have like a little 3 second sliver of a thumbnail that I want to use in the video to then
Yeah.
make that part of, and then scroll to that portion of the video to make it the thumbnail. So that would be a
Based off of
little.
YouTube, all the thumbnails has to be like Tatiana's butt or her chest, and then you'll get millions of views.
Oh, great.
that's
That'd be easy.
that's every algorithm for every single website, dude.
Yeah.
People are like, oh shit, and then like it'll have nothing to do with it,
Right.
or like that 1 second, like like she's
Yeah, that
walking
one
by or
sec.
something.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah. Trust
Like
me,
making
dude.
like that face, like Tatiana's ass.
I think you made a video like that with the you had the stuff like the cake or something. What the heck was it? Like you had like the
The little Debbie cakes, like the
yeah,
fudge
that's
rounds.
yeah.
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 Yeah, we did that because it was like the welcome to Jocelyn's cabaret, and so she was supposed to be like making me like a nice meal and shit like that, but she made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And the dance is like a trend that somebody was doing like previously, and that's the dance that they
Yeah.
do. I forgot what the fuck it was called. So then she's doing it, and someone commented, "Oh man, I like the little Debbie cakes shaking in the background,"
Yeah.
talking about her butt. And then we were like, "Oh, dude, we got the fucking perfect idea for a response video." So like, we tape little Debbie cakes to her ass, and we have the comment posted up where I'm just sitting there and I go like, read the comment like, huh? And I look over and I take one of the Debbie cakes off her butt cheek, open it up, and take a bite out of it, and then look at the camera like, right? And people in the comments were like, "Oh, we know what you're saying. We get it," and he loves it. The face at the end, right? Like saying I eat ass or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're like talking about. Like he loves it. Like shit like that was so funny, and it was like such a good response video. And the first one had like 400,000 views, and then that response video that we posted like the next day easily shot up to like 100 something 200,000 views. I can't remember exactly, but like shot way up because it was like so good,
Yeah.
to just fuck around and make that response video. And sometimes the content is provided, like the commenters tell
Yeah.
you what they want, and if you can deliver it properly, everybody's like, "Oh shit, this is such a good video, now let me go watch the original." Like
Yeah.
what stemmed from this or what spawned this? Because I'll do that on TikTok too. Go down like like all the response to the comments. Like it'll be like, see original comment. Oh, that was also a response. See the original content, just to get that back to the original, so then I can go through and watch it in sequence. Nah, it's all good. It's cool, man. All this shit's fun.
Jay. Well, I'm told you, I'm happy for you, dude.
Hey, man. It's all thanks to you, man, as well. Like when I think about those times where I wasn't uploading, wasn't posting, and then you're like, dude, where the fuck is the videos? Like every time that happened, it would just like a little sting in my chest where I'm like, I'm giving up like a bitch.
Yeah, and it's funny, like all the videos you hate, I like.
Yeah,
Those old videos are freaking classic, man.
yeah,
Yeah, like even the I don't know, man. Like I said, we gotta do a reaction to some of them. Like you gotta unprivate it or keep them private and let's react to it or something, though, because that would be fun.
yeah. You want to do like some of that in person?
It would
We
depend
just
on.
set the camera up like you and me.
We can see what's up. Because I have
Yeah,
to see when or where or whatever, or
right. That
let's see
makes
what's
sense.
up.
And oh yeah, I mean, we got some other ideas because we need to make more digestible content, like shorter stuff instead of just like the whole episode. To get like more engagement, more SEO, and all that stuff. So I mean, we got things that we're working on. I mean, hey, we're gonna learn over time. It's not like this is the last episode. I already know that. So, but yeah, future things are coming, which is good. It's all good. It's all fun. We're working towards the end goal, or not the end goal, but like the next goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
shout
exciting
out
to
to
see.
yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to James, bro. Shout out to everybody, man, because it's fun. And shout out to GoPro Pro as well.
Yeah, GoPro, you rock.
It's funny because you got like 3 videos on your channel talking about GoPro. I didn't
Do I?
notice that until now. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
like
cause
my new GoPro and first video. Now this was your
yeah,
first video?
with the
No, never
GoPro.
mind. With the GoPro, and then you had the GoPro Hero 5,
Yeah, unboxing.
and then you had the
GoPro underwater video.
underwater, and then the vlog setup. So yeah,
Hmm.
man, that's it.
Yep. Hell yeah, man. But all right. So this has been episode 25 of the Panda Cast. Look us up on Patreon.com/PandaMedia. Average view duration hour and 30 minutes. Uh, Panda Media on Patreon, which I need to get these videos that I've uploaded up on Patreon as well because they're just on YouTube at the moment. But then yeah, youtube.com/JamesWhitePanda. Check us out there. If
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, I keep
no
moving my head, guys. I told you my head.
no
Effing
problem,
up. Yeah.
feel better.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jarrell. Send prayers his way. But no, it's nothing outrageous or life threatening.
Feels like.
I know, yeah. But thank you all for listening and hope you're enjoying the show. And let us know how we can do better. Join us in the comment section of the YouTube videos, things like that. And we'll see you guys in the next part, episode 26, half a year in to the Panda Cast.